All right, guys, look like we back at it. I got some more Ranger lids here. A buddy of mine talked me into re-fiberglassing his lids because he got a couple that's real bad. I mean, he either got to replace them or, like I said, try to do the same thing I did on my boat by re-fiberglassing the top. But he had on the front part of his boat, he had some padding on it, which he tried to take much as he could off of it. So first thing I got to do, got to get all these lids cleaned up. He just had it on the front side, so it's only 1, 2, 3 lids that might have this black padding on it. But what all I got is I got a chisel that I sharpen the end of it real sharp, where I can just get up under that stuff and just scrape it off. And the other thing about this is, if you guys seen my other videos of when I did mine, I used just some chopped strand mat on the bottom first layer. Then I put some kind of material right here. This is 3 ounce fiberglass, which is okay, but it's not the best you can get, which I found out after I did mine, because it was the first time I did it when I did mine. But they got something called 1708, 1709. It's got this material with a layer of chopped strand mat on it that's woven in different angles. So hopefully that'll be a stronger bond for it won't flex any, because my boat, the lid still flex a little bit, but you don't feel like you're gonna fall through them. So, but here I want to try to stiffen these up much as possible, because I know he got 2 or 3 of them that when you step on it, you feel like you're gonna fall through it, because I fished with him before. So that's my plan. 1 layer of chopped strand mat, then a layer of that 1709.8. I got to figure out what that is for we can get that together. Then I'm gonna put another layer of chopped strand mat over top of it, which would be 3 layers. I use 4 on mine because I was using a thinner material. So hopefully that gets his lockers back to where they need to be. He don't have to replace them. Material wise, we probably got $400 to $500 in materials with all the polyester resin. I got 2 gallons of polyester resin and some chopped strand mat and some of that 1708. So it's cheaper than buying new lockers, new lids, for a Ranger boat, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna get to clean these up, and like this one here, you guys can see it just got carpet debris on top of it. I'm gonna get my sander here with some I guess this is 40 grit sandpaper, and just knock that down. Like I said, it ain't got to be super clean, because that fiberglass will stick to pretty much anything once you get it in there and soak down good. So we're just going to clean up, make sure it's got a good surface, and just to rough the surface up for we can have a surface that fiberglass a bite to. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lids to do. So let me get started on this, and I'll come back once I get everything together and we'll see about cutting the fiberglass to the size that we need. And the other thing is, make sure when you're doing this, you wear something you don't care about. I mean, this is an old fishing shirt. I needed something with long sleeves on it. And I just got some old jogging pants that I cut grass in. And an old hat that I've sweated out many moons ago. Because once you get this fiberglass, cutting this fiberglass, messing around with this fiberglass, it's going to be little fiberglass pieces in some of everything that you're wearing. So I wouldn't recommend you go throw it in a laundry with other clothes. You know, if you're going to wash them, try to wash them by yourself. But that's just a safety thing. And I will be having a little mask on once I start cutting the fiberglass. And once we start doing the actual resin, you can't be anywhere near it without a respirator, because that stuff is so chemically loud. That's what I call it, loud, because when I did mine, I'm here in the basement, and my wife was upstairs asking, "What are you painting down there?" It was all up in the house, like it smelled like a hard core paint. So, but let me get this done, and we'll come back. It may be the next day, who knows? But I'm gonna get it done. All right, guys, we got the most of all the padding off of this here. Like I said, it's a little bit, but a lot of this is glue patches that's real heavy. So I'm not gonna be able to get everything off. Hopefully this sander would do that for me. I'm gonna put on my little dust mask here, and like I said, we're gonna hit it with the sander and see what we can get off of here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we do want to get most of what we can off of here, just so we don't have any problems. And I did have to switch to some decent gloves, those rubber gloves. Like I said, you know, this is fiberglass, and you go to, you know, to kick something off of here to go in the trash can, and you could get those. I started to feel a little pricklies in my fingers, so I switched to some decent gloves. So let me put us a new piece of paper on the bottom here. And right now I don't have it on, but I got my fan with my garage door open, trying to blow whatever I can out of here, dust wise, fiberglass wise. But that's where I got this mask on. So here we go. All right, that did a lot for this. Like I said, it doesn't have really too much glue on it. Everything's off of it, and I'm trying not to do that, because that's what gets those fiberglass splinters in your hand. The best thing to do is just get you a rag, and if you want to do that, just do it with the rag, just to keep the fiberglass out of your fingers. Okay, since we're still here with the sander, we're gonna try one of these pieces, one of these lids here that has just the carpet residue on top, and let's see how good that sander knocked down this stuff. This worked out pretty good. Like I said, I didn't think it would be too much trouble to get that glue off, this residue off none of those under that carpet debris there. So I think we're good with that. I got one more over here that has some of that black stuff on it, a little padding on it. I'm gonna get everything knocked out and we'll come back. Alright guys, I'm in the cutting stage now. We got all the lids cleaned up pretty good. A couple of lids are very bad. Hopefully we can do something to fix them or to make them least useful, but I'll show you that later on. But we're going to get to cutting these. I've cut 2 lids of the chop strand mat right this second. I ordered this off of Amazon. It came with a gallon of the resin, the polyester resin, and a small bottle of MEKP, the hardener. So I can't remember how many yards this roll was, but it's pretty good bit. I don't think we're gonna run out. But I will put that in the description of a link to where I ordered this stuff. So what I'm actually doing, like I said, I'm out here cutting fiber glass, so I got my mask on, but right now I'm just going to talk to you about it. What I'm trying to do is, the first piece that I'm going to lay down is smaller than the top piece. So if that's the first piece, this top piece will go all the way to the edge, and keep in mind I'm gonna have another layer of 1708 here in the middle for my structure. This first piece, you know, it's gonna give some structure, but I'm gonna use it as a bonding agent to bond it to the actual lid. Then the last piece, 1708, then this last piece, I'm going to use it as a bonding agent for the carpet. And like I said, it does give some structure, but I'm relying on the 1708 to give me my main structure of the lid. And you know, a lot of people worry about, well, how tall is that going to be? Is that going to stick out? No, it's probably only going to be, I'd say, a penny's width, maybe 2 pennies, maybe. That's it. So you're not going to notice it when you put carpet over top of it. It's not going to have a big hump on or anything like that. So all I'm doing, just pair of scissors and just putting the lid, like the first piece, I just put it up under the fiberglass here, and just leave a little space on either side, because this is the first piece. And what I'm doing is I just give a little mark so I know where to stop cutting, because I'm pushing down on the edge over here to find my edge. And so once I get that, well, I'm not going to cut this because I already cut the piece for that. So, but let's go to the next one. And what I try to do is try to keep up with this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's one side of this is kind of smooth. It's kind of like that's where they put the glue at. No, this is this side. You see how shiny it is? I just noticed that. How shiny it is. It looks like it's a film over top of that. And this other side is real loose. You can see the fiberglass hanging off of it. I think for ease of getting the material on there, I think I'm going to put the shiny part up. That way a lot of the fiberglass won't come off when I'm putting the resin on and using roller to roll it on there. And like I say, the top piece goes over top of that, and we're good on that. So let me get this out the way, and this lid right here is probably the worstest one out of all of them with the sag in it. So hopefully, like I said, it gives it enough strength for it won't have any problem when you put it back on the boat and keep fishing. So turn my ringer off here. Like I said, I got this down. And that's a good thing about this fiberglass. It doesn't have to be perfect. Fiberglass is one of the most forgiving things to work with before you put the resin on it. After you put the resin on it, then it's a different story. So, got my layout. I want to come in about an inch from the top and from the side. Then like I said, I'm just free-eye this layout here, just cutting it, no lines or anything. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it to be close. You know, you don't have to worry about it being perfect, but I want it to be close. Okay, as you can see how much space it's around the outside of each of these corners here. And like I said, like the cut pieces, say for instance you didn't like the way that was spaced out more than this, you can come back and cut your piece, overlap it, and put your resin on it, and it's just like it was a part of the original fiberglass. So now what I do is I take that cut piece, find me in the next section here, space it out where I think I try to get all the way over to this corner over here with an extra inch of space around it. Well, it might not be an inch, because I don't want it to be too big, then I'm gonna have to go back and trim it. But I just want to be slightly bigger. To me, that's just how it should be done. I don't know if it helps or anything like that. So but like I said, I got an inch off of that, most likely a half inch. And I'm just cutting on the outside and not trimming it close. I'm just trimming on the outside of the pattern. Sounded real country then. Pattern. I am in Georgia, so like I said, it's just a good pair of scissors. I do have a zip wheel cutter, but I tried it and it was just getting caught up in there, so I'm just using that for the 1708. Okay, so we got that cut. First piece, which is the bottom piece. 1708 goes in the middle. Then the top piece. Like I said, I want to try to go off to the edge. I don't want to hang over the edge, because then you run into, when you put the resin on there, you have stickies, hard stickies now off the side, and you have to go cut them or get a sander and sand them down for they don't be sticking out when you put the carpet on there. So yeah, so that's good. And the hole where the actual lock goes, I will probably wait after it cures up and just get my hole saw and cut it out, because I don't think it's worth taking the time and try to cut that out, and it just wastes time. So that's pretty much it right for that. And like I said, we'll go get all these lids done, cut out, come back, cut the 1708, and shoot, we'll be ready to put some resin, all that on the on these lids. So we should be good to go. So I'll be back when I get ready to cut the 1708. Alright guys, what I'm doing now is cutting this 1708. As you can see, it's got a the fiberglass is woven in different ways on the back side of this fiberglass. Then on the front part of it, it's basically the chopped strand mat woven into it. So it's supposed to give support all different ways instead of just a straight piece of fiberglass. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the small piece that I cut out the first layer of the lids, and I'm just basically just cutting out around it, you know, just leaving just a little bit more than what the small piece is, and I'm just basically cutting it out to that pattern that I already cut for that lid, which making this is going pretty quick here. I've did the rest of them. I got one more to do. But the thing about this 1708, it's going to take a lot of resin to get it to wet out. Like I said, you got to really get it soaked. Get the reaction you want to get it hard, like fiberglass gets hard. This whole thing's got to be saturated with the resin. So like I said, that's good enough for me. 1708 by 50, I guess that's 50 inches wide, 10 yards. And the same thing with the chopped strand mat. For you guys can see what I got here. It's 50 inches by 10 yards also. So the next step is I'm gonna go outside and set me a table up outside, because I don't want to put the resin on in here, because that resin is, like I said, it's really loud. It's some toxic type smell come off of that resin, so we don't want to do that inside. So we're gonna go outside here in my little carport and get that part done. So let me get everything set up, and we'll go out there. Like I said, then I'm gonna have to change to my respirator for that, and we'll get some resin on this and see if we can't get it to set up and cure. That'd be pretty much it. So let me get set up. We'll be right back. All right guys, we outside now. We to the part where we're going to put this polyester resin on the fiberglass on these lids. So I've been had this resin probably 6 months, so I don't know if you need to shake it up and make it all nice and mixed in there or not, but it's a good deal to try it. Just go ahead and do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 quart at a time, which like I said, I'm outside here in Georgia. It's probably 85 degrees right now because it's overcast. Normally it's in the 90s. So you don't want to, well, I don't want to, because I'm not a professional at this, work with more than a quart at a time. It'll take a little longer, but you won't waste material that way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to double glove, because this can get messy, and once you get your gloves so messy, you can take these off and have clean gloves on the bottom of it. So that's the trick that all the professionals use, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to double glove it up. And like I said, when I get to doing this off camera, I will put on my respirator, which I have right here, but I'm outside right now, so hopefully it's not too bad. So what we're going to do is fill up this quart jug. If I can get this plug out of here. And another thing, whatever table you're using, if you want to keep it, put some paper over it. I got paper over the table I'm working on. This is just my mixing table. I don't too much care about this, but if you decided you want to keep it after the fact, okay. So that's a quart, and like I said, I'm outside. It's 85 degrees here in Georgia. On the back of this, well, it's not on the back of this one, but on the other ones I had, it's got a chart on the back of it that says 1 quart at 2%. You normally use 2 to 3%. In the wintertime, you use 3% of your MAKP to make the resin set up quicker in the colder weather. So when it's warmer and hot, you need less MAKP to get it to kick off and cure. So I'm gonna go with 2%, which may be still a little bit for how hot it is, but that's what I'm gonna go with. So I marked a line on this little dispenser here at 10. So I'm just going to go right below that, and see if we can okay. So that's right at the 9 mark, but I don't want to do this just yet. I want to talk to you guys just a second. Once I put this hardener in, I'm on a time clock, and with it being as hot as it is out here, I might have 15 minutes to work with this quart. So be prepared. I got everything lined up over here. I got everything lined up, ready to go. So once I mix this mix up, I mix everything for about a minute. Make sure I got that MKP all in every part of this resin. And I'm gonna pour it into this little paint deal here. So, and my understanding is, if you leave it in this quart, it cures quicker because there's more heat in there. With heat, cures quicker. So once you mix it up, you spread it out, it'll cure a little slower. So I'm gonna pour it in there, and I'm gonna use a roller to roll that resin on top of the mat, one at a time, on top of the fiberglass, I'm sorry, one at a time, one layer at a time. Make sure they saturated. So I got a little roller here to make sure everything's, all the air bubbles out of it. I even got a little chip brush just in case I need to do something with that, which I probably won't. So what I'm doing now is I'm just lining up my layers for when it's time to go, I can go. And this 1708, I'm gonna put the shiny side down. This side's gonna be up, so that's gonna be my second layer. Shiny side down. So you want everything in place, but when you're ready to go, you go. Okay. Shiny part down. See, my gloves are already getting sticky and I haven't even touched anything. Just try to be consistent. I'm gonna put the whole part facing me. Okay, I got my 9 cc's of MAKP. Like I said, you want this mixed real good because you want that activator to get in every part of this resin here. So don't be quick on this step. You know, I know you're on a time clock, but you want to be thorough here. Okay. So I'm gonna pour it in here. Try to get all of it out. Saturate the roller here. What I like to do is put me a light layer on the piece first. That way when I put the actual fiberglass down, it will have a place to stick to. It won't be dry spot. You don't want dry spots. So that's my first layer. Try to center it the best as can. And you want to just go over it. Like I said, just try to saturate the whole thing. You don't want any white spots left. And I've got 3 gallons of resin, so I'm not going to be light with it. Make sure it's nice and saturated. And when it, like I said, this colors like it is right now, I can see a couple of white spots on it. Let me bring you closer so you can see. Like I said, I just get it real nice and wet. If you see anything look like air bubbles, you can get your roller and roll them out. Roll them out, like see here on the corner. Make sure your corner's down good. All right, we're gonna go in with the second layer of the 1708. Like I said, this is the, I think needs a lot of resin here in the 1708 just to get it to wet out. And Trying to be careful not to waste it off the side here. Like I said, you just make sure everything is nice and wet. Come on, thing. I'm in the part where that table breaks. Not too much worried about that middle part because I'm going to cut that out anyway. And like I said, once it goes translucent, when you can see through it, just like a quick roll over. And as you use these tools, they are going to cake up with resin. So you probably need some acetone or something out here. Okay, so this is the top layer, and this is the one I want to go all the way to the corners with. That's why I said if you want your table, please put something on it. It's probably going to leak through the paper that I put on it, on top of the table. I'm just trying to keep working so my resin don't set up on me. And like I said, don't be scared to use your resin. You know, it's not gonna hurt anything. To me, I think more is better than less, because less it won't stick to the actual other layers. You want all the layers wet as you can get them. No white spots in it. And once you get one or two of them together, you need to find a place to put these, because you don't want to push down too hard. I can see I was pushing out resin here, so I really don't use this roller much. I just want to make sure you guys know that's what you can do. Okay, well, I think that's enough for that first one. Alright guys, before I let you guys go, this is the next day. Like I said, these lids had at least one day to cure here. I want to show you something here. This is the worstest one of the lids. As you can see, all the spider cracking in the inside. I mean, the inside here is cracked all around, where it was so spongy. When you stepped on it, felt like you was gonna fall through it. I'm gonna give you a demonstration on how well this works. I'm gonna stand on it and see how much deflection that we get out of it now. And like I said, I'm 255 pounds, so if it doesn't flex with me, it won't flex at all. So let me set this up and I'll show you. All right, I'm not gonna jump around on this thing because you know it's still curing, but before I put the fiberglass on top of it, the middle part could touch the ground from where it was just sitting here. You could touch the ground if you push down on it. You could touch the ground. Right now, like I said, I'm standing on it. I don't feel like I'm going through it. I do hear, you know, one or two cracks, like it's creaking, and that's because the inside is cracked. So you still got pressure on it now. Don't get me wrong, but you don't feel like you're gonna fall through it. So another couple of days of curing, this thing will be, it's not gonna be rock solid, but like I said, you won't have the sensation that you're gonna fall through it when you step on it. So I mean, this is the worst one. It really needs to be replaced, but I don't, you know, it's not my locker, so this is the best I could do with it, and I think it'll get him by until he feel like he wants to replace it. So but that's pretty much it. I mean, all right guys, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, this kind of installation, it just gets you, you know, it probably gets you another 10 years out of your lids. I mean, the lid is fiberglass, so why not put more fiberglass on it when it wears out? So that's my thinking. And like I said, probably got $300 to $400 worth of materials in it. I don't know how much new lids cost, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that. And it probably took me start to finish maybe 7 hours maybe in total from 2 days to get this to this point. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I try to answer whatever I can. Like I said, I'm 255 pounds and I can stand on that. I'm not jumping on it yet, but like on my boat here, I did my lids on my boat with this fiberglass, and I didn't use the 1708. I used that cloth-like material. I don't even know what you call it, but it works good. I mean, I still feel some give a little bit on mine when I walk over top of it, but it's not like, oh, I'm gonna fall through if I step on it. So I mean, it just gets you by till you can do better. So that's a good process. Let me know if you need something. Other than that, guys, we out of here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to let you know when my next videos are coming. Other than that, we out of here. Thanks for watching.